Hi there, welcome to this Mark's Reviews and Tutorials video. Swim spas. Aren't these guys an absolutely fabulous invention? Such a little bit of space they take up in your backyard, but so much room. You can have a spa like this guy here, integrated in, and then a swim area as well, or one which has got a big swim area. And you see the two jets up the back there, that sort of thing you always have so you can swim into a jet and make it like an endless situation as well. Absolutely love these guys. But the reality is that most of them come fully complete with a 3 kilowatt, would you believe it, a 3 kilowatt electric spa heater. Now, a spa heater looks like this. And these little guys, well, great, really reliable, run forever. A 3 kilowatt heater on a normal size spa, like a 7-person, not a big swim spa at all, but a normal one, will heat at about 2 degrees an hour. So you put one of these on a swim spa, and the heating is really quite slow. You've got to make sure that you've got a good cover on it so that your heat loss is not actually outdone by your heating. The other thing about that is a 3 kilowatt heater, to produce 3 kilowatts of heat into your spa, uses 3 kilowatts of electricity. It's a 1-to-1 conversion. Not quite that good, but pretty much 1-to-1 conversion from the element. But what people are actually doing is finding that they put their swim spa in, and because you can't like turn it on and use it an hour or 2 hours later or something, you have to turn it on days before you want it so it can heat up. Therefore, it's always hot in the backyard, and people are finding enormous electricity bills because of these. Now, if you can afford it, that's absolutely fine, but unfortunately, it's finding that a lot of these swim spas get turned off and they're cold or not used, or people disconnect the heater so that they can just use it as a swimming pool because the electricity costs are too great. But there is an answer, and that's what this video is here to talk to you about. You can put on what's known as a heat pump. Now, a heat pump is an electric heater as well, but it is about 3 times more efficient than an element heater. So a heat pump that's putting out 9 kilowatts of energy is only going to use about 3 kilowatts of power, your electricity consumption. That's the bit that costs you money. So a 3 kilowatt element heater uses 3 kilowatts of power per hour, and it heats 3 kilowatts. A heat pump uses 3 kilowatts of power, a 9 kilowatt one, uses 3 kilowatts of power and outputs 9 kilowatts of heat. So it's 3 times more efficient. The catch is, though, that they're also quite expensive, and they are the same, if not more, than a gas heater. Gas, I've got some sources here from CanStar Blue. They're saying that per kilowatt, that's the heating energy that's going into your water, per kilowatt hour for gas is about 2.5 cents per hour, and for electricity, per kilowatt hour for electricity, it's about 30 cents. So gas, if you can run a gas line and get it to your spa, is going to end up being way less expensive. So that's my recommendation, and right up from here, it is worth getting it because you'll find, 2-3 years, what you save in electricity bills, you will actually pay for the savings. Gas heaters particularly, they're so much cheaper to run, and also because if you're going to be away for a week or just not going to use it for a few days, you can actually turn the heating off and not heat the spa. Just keep the filtering going, and then because the gas heater can heat up so much quicker, like the very smallest, I recommend the Raypak heaters. I think they're absolutely brilliant. I run Nillumbik Pool and Spa Service out of Melbourne, and I think the Raypak 131 heaters are absolutely brilliant. And the output of those is 24 kilowatts. And to get an equivalent size heat pump to be putting out 24 kilowatts, you're paying about $6,000. For the Raypak, you're paying just over $2,500. So the electric ones really are, at this point, a lot more expensive way to go. The only time I think they're worthwhile is if you've got photovoltaic panels up on the roof of your house actually generating electricity, then of course that's a different situation because you can basically run that heater then for nothing. So it's a much better way to go. But the whole thing is, yes, a lot of people are finding with their swim spas the 3 kilowatt electric heater ain't a great way to go, and they're wanting to upgrade. It's a very complex job. I'd say it's almost beyond the average handyman. You have to be a very spot-on handyman. The hydraulics under the spa to understand where to cut in, because obviously these are no longer going to be an integrated system. You're going to have to put the heater outside the spa. I'll show you a picture here of one that I did. It's very neat. And you can put it right up near the spa like that one. That's where the customer want it, or you can put it away and out of the way. Of course, we put as much of the plumbing in under the spa casing as possible. That's much better for heat loss through the pipes, and with then that running the pipes outside, we run that as short as possible so you're not getting a great amount of heat loss there. But again, with these much bigger heaters, the heat loss doesn't become a problem. The other factor to consider is that, of course, the electricity that you're using to run your pump, if you've got you first turn your swim spa on and it runs for 3 days to heat up, then you're also running a motor for those 3 days. Whereas if you run a gas heater and it takes 6 hours to heat the entire swim spa, then you're only running your motor for 6 hours until it gets up to temperature. Then it can go back to its normal filtration cycle. So there's power savings there as well. So yeah, look, in summary, I can talk you through all of these, the needs for your swim spa. I can supply heat pumps and gas heaters all over Australia and give you recommendations as to what they'll do, what happens. I've got a little sheet with all of what I've said here in the video explained, so I can get that to you in the form of a quote with some different heaters on it, if that's what you like. But happy to help you out. So look up Nillumbik Pool and Spa Service. You'll find us on the internet all over the place, and we'll be able to help you out if you're in the need for a gas heater or a heat pump, or of course any other spares that you need for your spas, motors and so forth. We sell them all at discount prices and ship all over Australia. Great, I hope that helps you, and yes, you can pay less for the heating costs of your swim spa.